Hello and welcome to today's lesson on the beginning of World War One. Today we've got a little concept map here to just show you how the political and technology scheme, as well as what happens to actually spark off World War One. The first thing we're going to go over is the factions, because Europe in World War One, but pre-World War One, was a real big mess of factions, of like secret deals and like, hey, I'll watch your back if you watch mine, that type of thing. And the major ones would be the two major factions that would end up going to war is the Triple Entente between France, Britain, and Russia. So how that worked is France and Britain had an alliance, and France and Russia had an alliance. So Britain and Russia weren't affiliated with each other whatsoever, but they still fought together because of France. They were both allies with France. And then you had the Triple Alliance between Germany, Italy, and Austria-Hungary. Now it was Austria-Hungary that had like the defensive pacts with Germany and Italy, and that's why they worked together. However, Italy would betray the Triple Alliance in 1915 for some territory from Austria-Hungary, so they joined the Triple Entente. Those are the major factions and, the basics. Then we're going to be going to the technology that was used. First off, machine guns. That was a massive development. It meant that line warfare was pretty much useless because before machine guns, line warfare was a thing. Just people walking in row upon row and shooting at each other with muskets. But then machine guns showed up, and you can't just have people standing row on row because bodies are not good armor. So people dug trenches to take cover from machine guns. So that really made things like slow to a crawl. This was also the first war where planes were used to conduct warfare, because the Wright brothers, just a few years prior, made the first airplane. And it didn't take too long for government to go, you know what, let's use these for warfare. Early on, they were used for reconnaissance roles, keeping an eye on the enemy and such things. But eventually they would advance to the point where dogfights became pretty common in the skies. And then finally, the major one that would really pave the way for the future of warfare, tanks. They broke the cycle of trench warfare because they didn't have to worry about machine guns. The armor of the tanks were too thick, and they could just punch through trench lines with infantry support. But those were the major technologies used. And then there's the spark that actually lit the powder keg that was Europe. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Because this was done by Serbian nationalists because they wanted Serbia to become independent from Austria-Hungary. However, when Serbian nationalists assassinated Archduke Franz Ferdinand, Austria-Hungary didn't like that and so declared war on Serbia. However, Serbia had their independence guaranteed by Russia. So Russia declared war on Austria-Hungary. Austria-Hungary pulled in Germany and Italy. Russia pulled in France, and France pulled in Britain. And it just went from there. That's how World War I started. And that is the basics of World War I. The basic alliances, the technology, and the actual spark that went off.